kid. It's the kid. Guys, in the immortal words of Michael Joseph Jackson, ah, hee hee. Um, wow. What happened? Interesting. Guys, today is where football survived. So if it was, guys, relax, guys, just chill. Trust me. There are a lot of things that have to be said on this live stream. You know, there are a lot of things that have to be said on this live stream. So just bear with me, be cool, relax, don't worry, everything will be fine. I will talk about Igolo. I will talk about Lionel. I'll talk about Dybala. But we'll talk about Egypt as well. But I think, look, my post match is going to come. I've just been feeling a little bit ill, so I've just been very groggy in the past few days. So once I'm just feeling a bit better physically, then I'll obviously do my post match official review. But again, since we're here in the live stream, I'm going to give my thoughts here. I still don't like the football being played. I think that it's wrong that Nigeria play with a lone striker. That's a European way of playing. Nigeria always play with two strikers. The football is also of a very high quality. It's not a football that I recognize or I like. But I would be a hypocrite if I go against what I've always been saying on this football hut, which is that all that matters is winning. What would you rather have? Play pretty and lose, or play ugly and win? I go for the latter. So the key thing is I have to commend how Nigeria fought back. 1-0 up, 2-1 down. Cameroon looked to be controlling the game, but they found something somewhere, and they managed to turn it around. So that is great mental strength. And look, man, I have my issues with the Gallo. I still believe that there are better strikers out there, but I would be foolish to say anything bad about him. He came up clutch. Man of the match, 100%. 2 goals and an assist came up, and he could have had a hat-trick. If not for an amazing save by Onana, he could have had a hat-trick. So I have to commend him on what he did. You know, and I think the game showed that Chukwueze has to start. And when you're looking at Cameroon, I can't blame Seedorf. I think this was an extremely difficult job for Seedorf and Clive. And when I look at the whole Cameroon thing with Seedorf coming in, I think the Cameroon job, you have to create a system that the players can operate in. You can't enforce a system on those players. There is not one single quality player on that Cameroon side. There simply isn't. They didn't have Abubakar in their team, Simon Eto in there anymore, no Real Rigobert Song, no Alex Song, no Patrick Umboma, no Jeremy. So the team, individually, they're just not very good. So once you have that, which is what the previous coach did, you have to just create a system that best benefits his team. But I think Seedorf is trying to get the Cameroon side to play a brand of football that they simply can't, because they just don't have that skill set. But I just think that for Nigeria, look, man, great fight back, superb fight back. And when you're looking at how things are now looking, there is a path. There is a path, because I thought and assumed that home turf, home soil, the fans, all that kind of stuff. But things have been changed. So, but look, as I said, the key thing, like, I can't come out and start criticizing the play, also, like, why the hell Onawo is being brought on as a lone striker. Doesn't mean you can't, because they won. All that matters is winning. I cannot stress that enough. Winning is the only thing that matters. And leave your criticisms till afterwards. But you have to start with, they beat Cameroon 3-2. This was a tough game, easily game of the tournament, an extremely exciting game. And I think with this victory, because they had to respond after that Madagascar debacle, but I think what this shows even more is that Mikel is done. I mean, Mikel's international career is over. Like, there is no way that Mikel would ever get back into this team. The only way that he graces the pitch is if Nigeria needs to somehow keep the ball for some reason. But even still, then I think Mikel just has to be there as like a guiding force and as a guardian angel, just to help coach guys, say what's up, how you doing, blah blah. But he can't. He is of no relevance anymore, and that's not me being rude. That's just me being real. He can't. He's no longer relevant anymore. In this thing. So sorry, just to grab that. So look, man, I have to. I still have my issues with the Raw. I still want a local coach, but give him kudos. He was able to coach this side because being 2-1 down against Cameroon is tough. It's tough. So gotta have to roll with that. And also, speaking of Chupamoting, you see, that's where Cameroon are messed up. If a guy who missed an open goal is your captain, that's an issue. But I think for Gennaro, like, look, bro, you have to use Onyekuru. It's mind-boggling that that brick called Onao is being brought in. Like, that's an insult to Nigerian football. That's an insult to Kanu. It's an insult to Amokachi. It's an insult to Amunike. That guy is allowed to wear a Nigerian jersey because Nigeria don't play target man. Nigeria don't play big man up. The target man is not Nigerian football. So I think bro, don't bring that here. Okay, with the Gallo thing, okay, cool. Or you roll with two strikers. That is how that should be rolling. So, no, look, man. Nigeria, they did their thing, man. They did their thing. They did their thing. So, congrats, 100%. And let's not do with it. The Nations Cup has opened up now. I thought Nigeria play Egypt, host nation. It's going to be tough. And I thought that maybe Nigeria's Nations Cup would end at the quarterfinal stage by facing Egypt. South freaking Africa. Do you want me to be real? It's going to be a massive game. Because, like, the Nigeria-Cameroon games are derbies. So, Nigerian-Cameroon games and Nigerian-Ghana games are derby games based on how close we are to one another, the history that we both share, and that's been in West Africa. But I think they're more like derbies, but more amicable derbies because we are such in close proximity and we just share so much stuff between each other. So those are amicable derbies, the derbies that we have with Ghana and Cameroon. The South Africa one is deep. That is deep because, I said again, look, man, I love all South Africa and everything, but some South Africans do have beef with Nigerians. And some South Africans do believe that Nigerians may be a bit, arrogant and so forth and everything. And there have been issues with how Nigerians have been treated in South Africa. And Nigerians also have their views on South Africa and what they think about South Africa. So there's that underlying things. And every time that Nigeria and South Africa have played, there's always been a serious underlying kind of hostility between both nations. So it is going to be a fiercely fought game. And I believe based on how both teams have progressed, I think both of them will feel extremely confident that they will be able to advance. But looking at Egypt, and I think, look, man, Egypt, see, my thing was that Egypt had not played well. And even Egyptians had been saying, these dudes are not playing well. But what I'd always said is that they would grow. Because even I did, for my correspondent job that I did earlier today, I said to the newscaster that Egypt haven't played well. But this is a marathon, not a sprint. And I said, by the time that they get to the... by the time that they get to the knockout stage, they're going to improve. So by the time they get the knockout stage, they'll start to improve and they'll start to sort of like hit their mark. But I just feel that, see, what this shows is that truly was a golden generation. That side that won 3 Nations Cups in a row, that was a truly golden generation. Like people like with Abu Trika, Mamba Zidane, and so forth. And again, remember, football is not basketball. Like a Kawhi can go to the Raptors and win an NBA championship. Kawhi can go to the Clippers and who knows, he may do wonders there because it's 5-on-5 and it's a smaller, shorter surface, so one guy can be more effective. But for this, it's different. The effectiveness is not the same. So Salah, he did the best that he could, but we have to deal with the reality. By South Africa knocking out Egypt, Salah has taken himself out of the Ballon d'Or race. I believe that the Ballon d'Or winner is Van Dijk. Van Dijk is the Ballon d'Or winner. The only way that Van Dijk doesn't win that Ballon d'Or is if Senegal do something miraculous. Because I still will steadfast say I just don't believe Senegal have it in them to win this whole thing. But for South Africa, huge. Because the thing about South Africa is that football is the number one sport. And I believe that football is the most popular sport in South Africa. Now, the media will want to tell us that it's rugby and it's cricket, and that is the main sport. But I believe that most people in South Africa will tell you that football is the most popular sport, just that their teams just haven't done well. Just that the cricket and the rugby teams of South Africa are just far better, and they do far better in their sports. But if South Africa were to be successful in football and were to be doing better, I think it'd be huge. This is huge for South Africa because this is going to grab all the headlines. Like, this is going to grab more headlines and be received much better by more people than anything they've done in rugby or in cricket. Like, this is one of South Africa's most famous victories, to knock out the hosts and Salah, because that was the narrative that was being written. The narrative that was being written is somehow, some way, Egypt are going to win this flipping Nations Cup and Salah is going to round off the year by clinching the Ballon d'Or. Champions League winner, Afcon winner. Thank you very much. Give me my crown. But with that being said, South Africa said no. And I think this has just shown you the beauty of the Afcon, where this is why Senegal have to be wary. Algeria have to be wary. Ivory Coast have to be wary that the underdogs are coming. Look at what Benin did. Look at what Madagascar did. And look at what South Africa have done. So, and that is just the beauty of the Afcon, that you can never assume anything. You can never assume anything. And so that is everything. Bro, let me be real with you here. Like, see, I'm just gonna be very real here. Like, the Ballon d'Or's discussion is very simple. I believe that Van Dijk is going to win. If Van Dijk doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, then it's a travesty. It's a travesty. Like, it's simply a travesty. Like, it doesn't make sense to give it to Salah, because I think that Van Dijk had a greater effect for Liverpool's Champions League win than Salah did. It makes no sense to give it to Messi because you didn't win the Champions League, you didn't win the Copa del Rey, and not only did you not win the Copa America, you got sent off. Let's deal with Messi right now. Guys, sometimes the universe and life has a funny way of speaking to us. And we can choose to either accept what the universe is trying to tell us, or we can reject it. Simple as that. We can either choose to accept it or to reject it. There was something poignant about Dybala scoring that goal and Messi then getting sent off. The universe is trying to tell Argentina something. They probably wouldn't listen. And Argentina won't listen because Argentina will try, and Argentina can't get it through their thick skulls that Messi's time has run its course. The universe is trying to tell Argentina that either Messi plays a specific role in this team, or he needs to step aside for Icardi, Lazzaro, Martinez, and Dybala. This should be Dybala's team. This should be a younger team that is totally revamped and totally new. Messi, you had your time. Messi, Mascherano, Tevez, so forth. Aguero, you had your time. You've had your time. You flopped 3 times in a row. We can call it for you flopped 3 times in a row. It's not time for a totally new team. But I'm sure Argentines will be like, no, 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 this is our boy, this is our guy. He can do it. Lionel Messi is the GOAT. He's the great. Look at what he's done for Barcelona. He can still do things. So you can either accept it or deny it because Dybala, because someone even said this on Twitter, and I think I shared the tweet. How Dybala wasn't used more in this Copa America is a travesty. It's an absolute travesty because yes, Messi, of course, Messi is a better player than Dybala, of course, but Dybala just brings something different from Messi, and Dybala is another weapon. He's another option that Argentina can have, and when someone that forget form. Remember, form is temporary. Class is permanent. Form goes up and down. But look at what Sanchez did for Chile so far at the Copa America when he had a disgraceful season for Man United. Sometimes coming into and wearing the national team colours can give you a whole different kind of flex. Can give you a whole different kind of flex. So that's what was needed. That is what was needed. What was needed was for Dybala to be fully in this team. I mean, and it's crazy how Argentina are continually relying on and because it's because Messi's influence. Because Messi like, no, I want to play with my friend. I want to play with my mates. If Argentina were like, no, this is not about friends or mates or whoever is cool. It's about whoever is the best for the job. The best team. A flipping meritocracy. That's how it should be. Shouldn't it? I mean, am I crazy in saying that? It should seriously, literally be about nothing more but a flipping meritocracy. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. So, Argentina getting third, it's a consolation. But my thing is that now, where did Argentina now go from here? Are you still gonna be reliant? I said it's very key here. Yo, bro, who say this isn't Messi hates. This is being realistic. So people say, okay, though, why are you going against Messi? Like as I've said, Messi is the best club football player of all time. There will never be a player who will achieve more than Messi has done club-wise. Never. What he's done club-wise for the length of time and the consistency is insane. Internationally, he's not the same player. He's had glimmers. He's just not the same player. Messi has not had a great moment in a semi-final or a final for Argentina. He's not had a crowning moment for Argentina. Qualifying for a World Cup doesn't count. Scoring a hat-trick in a qualifier doesn't count. What has he done in a World Cup semi-final? What has he done in a World Cup final? What has he done in a Copa America semi-final? What has he done in a Copa America final? Sorry, he hasn't. So, and my thing about it is that he's had his chance, and the mistake that people are making is sometimes people can be one way for their club and one way for their national side. I always use the perfect example, Patrick Mboma. I love using this. Patrick Mboma. Patrick Mboma was a brick in his club career. He didn't do anything. Every time Patrick Mboma put on that Cameroonian jersey, that guy was money. And he was one of the reasons why Cameroon defeated Nigeria in the Nations Cup final. And that's just how it is. Some guys are really good for clubs. Some guys are really good for the national side. Very few guys are amazing for clubs and national side, which is why Maradona is arguably one of the greats based on what he did for Napoli and what he did for Argentina. That is why, even if I don't think I don't think he's technically that good a player, you've got to give it up for Cristiano. Cristiano has had great moments for Portugal, and he's had great moments for Real Madrid and for Man United and for Juventus. Like when Cristiano looks at his CV, Messi will always be seen as the better player. Footballing wise, Messi will always be better than him. But when you just look at what you've achieved and done on both fronts, both club and internationally, Cristiano has Messi beat. Sorry, he just does. But I want to go back to the Afcon, man. I want to go back to the Afcon. So what are we saying? Are we saying that Algeria can now go all the way? Will Algeria fly that North African flag? When was the last time that Algeria even won the Nations Cup? I think it's been a very long time since Algeria has won. But the only North African sides that are left are Tunisia and Algeria. Ghana should beat Tunisia. They should, but we never know. But I think Algeria now will feel okay. Maybe there's a path for us because I believe that the semi-final is going to probably be Algeria. It's going to be, I think, Algeria against either Nigeria or South Africa in that semi-final spot. So things are getting exciting. Things are getting exciting. Oh wow, they won in 1986 or 1990. Wow. So I mean, look, man. For me, I think that we see this. I think just makes things exciting because what you've seen is the defending champions get knocked out and the hosts get knocked out. I think when those two things happen, I think it's really opens things up because now you're gonna have a situation where you're not gonna see the same team win the African Nations Cup that won it previously, and you won't see the hosts who were heavy favorites win it, and even other hosts as well, Morocco, who are heavy favorites. So, and I think that is why you look at what Benin did against Morocco, what South Africa did against Egypt. It has just opened things up so much. It has opened things up so much, and you see, for me, I still say Senegal. No, I don't see winners in that Senegal team. Ivory Coast, no. Algeria look very strong. Ghana, Nigeria, bro, maybe. South Africa, who knows? So I'm looking at Algeria. I'm looking at Nigeria. I'm looking at maybe Senegal may be very, very an outside bet. But who knows? Like that Senegal Benin game, Benin may be able to do something. Benin Republic may be able to do something in that semi. So, but look, man, I don't want to go too harsh on Mo Salah, and I know everyone's going to be memeing him out there and retweeting him. But this would pain. This would pain. I think it would pain Egypt. What was the name of the Egyptian coach who led them to those three? Because my thing about Egypt is that why wouldn't they go with an Egyptian manager? Because the big reason that Egypt were able to win those nations was what they played Egyptian football because they had a very strong Egyptian mindset, and that came through that Egyptian coach that they had. So why didn't they bring that guy back? Especially because they were having it on home soil. Why didn't they bring that guy back? Because for Salah, it's very painful. But I think it mirrors what you saw at the World Cup. That this iteration of Egypt simply are not good enough, and they simply don't have what it's. They didn't have what it takes to go all the way through, and I think they just come undone. I think if they had beaten South Africa, I think Nigeria would have probably taken them out with the kind of attack that Nigeria had. If there's someone gotten through Nigeria, 100% Algeria would have beaten them in the semi for sure. Algeria would have beaten them in the semi because I just think that I just assume that the team would get better. Salah is Salah, but no one man can do it by himself. Like whenever you have a true star player, it's not just about what that star player does. It's whether all of those other guys around him can actually help to elevate themselves. And they're not able to do it. And it takes him out. I'm sorry, he can't win the Ballon d'Or now. The Ballon d'Or can be won. I think Messi and Salah are the only guy that can take that Ballon d'Or away from Van Dijk. The only guy that can do it is Mane. And let me even add as well. The voting is in December. And some people have said, wait a minute, voting is in December. So what if, maybe somehow, some way, your boy, what's it called? I mean, basically, what if somehow, some way, either like Messi scores like 60, 70 goals in that time, or Salah scored 60, 70 goals in that time up until December. See, the only time that would work was, remember, 2013, when it was 100% going to Ribery. But then what happened in October, November? It was the playoffs. The playoffs for the Euros, where Cristiano scored the winning goal in the first leg, then scored a hat-trick in the second leg against Sweden. And that is what, in my view, unjustifiably, but that's what pushed him over the edge to defeat things. So it was that feat. So it was the nature of that just helped him over the top. So there is nothing from August to December that would be big enough for either Messi or Salah to get a look at. Okay, let's say Messi scores 400 hat-tricks and everything from now until December. So it's La Liga games. It's Champions League group games. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything. Salah scores all these goals. Okay, it's Premier League games. It's Champions League games. Who cares? So, like Van Dijk, that's why, I mean, it would make me see if somehow Hazem, sorry bro, Hazem, bro, you have my condolences, but Hazem, bro, sorry bro. If somehow basically, if let's say, if any other team other than, basically, if like Senegal don't win that Afcon and they don't give it to Van Dijk, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. So let me ask you guys. So guys, who do you think, as of right now, with Argentina not winning the thing and with your boys Egypt going out, who do you think should get the Ballon d'Or? You put that out there. Who do you guys think should get the Ballon d'Or? Let me see what you guys say. Hazem, bro. We could have had a preview, man. We could have had a Nigeria Egypt preview. Hey, look, see, I'm doing that whole Coco Golf. I'm like Coco Golf's mom. Okay, so you guys that are saying Cristiano, I'm going to talk about Alisson. Yeah, I want to talk about Alisson. So you guys saying Cristiano, for what reason would you say Cristiano? Of what reason would you say Cristiano? Do you like, what has Cristiano done to deserve the Ballon d'Or? Like, are you just saying that because it's like the cool thing to say? No one cares how many goals you scored in the flipping Syria. It's irrelevant. No one cares. I'm sorry. Newsflash, no one cares how many goals you scored in the flipping Syria. It's irrelevant. It's not going to help you. You did well against Atletico. You didn't win the Champions League. So you did nothing major in the Champions League to ride through. And in the Nations League, you scored in the semis, you didn't score in the final. So Cristiano simply hasn't done enough to get that Ballon d'Or. If he gets given the Ballon d'Or, it would be a travesty. It would be an absolute sham and an absolute disgrace. For Messi, he had a phenomenal season. He had an absolutely phenomenal season. That loss was a massive blemish. Similar to the loss that Juve had to ask, but I think it was a much far bigger blemish. Messi's only salvation after that loss to Liverpool was to win the Copa America. If Messi had won the Copa America, 1,000% he'd get it. But not winning the Copa America, it's a done deal. Van Dijk simply has a stronger case. That should be in the final three. That's like a side thing. Zad has a stronger case to be in the final three over Salah. Wait, let me just get to the super chats here. So super chats from JJ Samuel, $2.79 super chat. JJ Samuel, thank you very much. Much obliged for the super chats. You're helping your boy HH. You're supporting your boy HH, and your donations and your contribution to HH is fully thankful. Tier 1. Thank you, baby. He says, Messi, bro, performance. He was better, bro. Are you talking about Messi in the Copa America? If you're talking about Messi in the Copa America, yeah, I mean, he played all right. He played pretty well. I thought Argentina's best performance was in their best performance was in the second half against Brazil. That was a really good performance. But my thing is that has Messi done enough to win the Ballon d'Or over Van Dijk? No, he hasn't. Liverpool won the biggest trophy, which is the Champions League, and Van Dijk was a huge reason why Liverpool won the Champions League. And there, even if there's a massive attacker's bias, which I think is unfair, I think that Messi needed the Copa America to go through. Messi needed the Copa America to ride. Without him not winning the Copa America, I'm sorry, you don't have a strong enough case to beat Van Dijk, because Van Dijk helped Liverpool win the flipping Champions League. He helped Liverpool win the flipping Champions League. You know, I mean, when you look at his consistency and his effects on Liverpool, who won the Champions League, the biggest club trophy, is too big. So the only way you stop that is you've got to get that Copa America. You've got to get that Afcon thing. Sorry, guys, National League is not a major trophy. Sorry. So you guys say, "Oh, Cristiano won the Nations League." Nah. And even if you want to bring in the Nations League arguments, Bernardo Silva. That's what you bring in, because Bernardo Silva deserves to be on the Ballon d'Or podium over Cristiano, because Bernardo Silva was a critical member for Man City winning an unprecedented 3 domestic trophies. Bernardo Silva was also voted the best player of the Nations League as well. So Bernardo Silva 100% deserves to be on that podium ahead of the other dude there, 100%, and that's just me being real. Super chat here from Vincent Verhey, aka Lion Tamer. Haven't heard your thoughts on Hummels to Dortmund. I think you maybe missed my thoughts there. So Vincent, Hummels to Dortmund again. Thank you very much for your super chat there, Vincent. Hummels is not 2014 Hummels anymore. He's past his peak. And really, it was always about Hummels and Boateng. But where Boateng is now a Class B brick and will probably retire as a brick, I felt Hummels has slightly improved. And I thought Hummels was fantastic in that first leg against Liverpool that got them to get pretty much shut down. This is a great purchase by Dortmund, because this purchase is good, because why did Dortmund screw up? That has after being 9 points ahead. Why did they break it up? Their defense, and it was about the naivety of the defense. Hummels may not be as quick or as sharp as he was back in 2013, 2014, 2012, but he brings experience, and one thing you need in defense is experience and a mature head. So by Hummels coming into that the defense, I think it gives what is an amazing attacking team some security. Because if Dortmund's defense was just a bit good, they did not concede a few more goals, they win the Bundesliga. So I think that is a great signing, and a smart signing by Thingy, because again, he knows the club, he's very experienced, and I think Hummels will be able to be a very calming influence in that defense for Dortmund. So yeah, I think it's a wise buy by your boy. JJ Samuel with the $2.79 super chat. Thank you, bro. JJ, thank you, bro. Thank you, Mr. JJ. So it says, so if Messi win, it's a disgrace, 100%. If Messi wins, I'm gonna drop a vid. If Messi wins, I'm gonna drop a vid. That would be then. If you don't know, but see, that would just be spitting in our face. Then you know that okay, you're just trying to suck up to Messi. It's an agenda. Because if I was Van Dijk, I'd be pissed off. Because if I was Van Dijk, I'd be like, really? You're gonna give it to Messi over me when I was on the same pitch when we flipping sacrificed this guy's team. We beat this guy 4-0. He was standing there while we beat them 4-0, and they're gonna give it to that dude? Bruh, nah. I mean, it would be stupid. And I think even Messi would look stupid. Messi taking that Ballon d'Or over Van Dijk when Van Dijk says, you know we beat you 4-0. And you know we have the Champions League. What do you have? A La Liga title? No Copa del Rey, no CL, no Copa America. I have the CL. What you craved most, what you promised. Reason why you're called Laesi. So yeah, it would be messed up. Super chat here from Young One with the $5 super chat. Thank you for your $5 donation. Thank you for supporting the Hots, bro. So Young One says, how can you give Messi the Ballon d'Or when he's getting sent off in third place matches? Guys, do you know how embarrassing it would be for the Ballon d'Or? So you're going to give the Ballon d'Or to someone who got sent off in a third place playoff match. That is pretty much how he has ended this season, by being sent off. That would be embarrassing. So again, as I said, the optics don't look too good. You're giving a Ballon d'Or to a guy who got red carded. That's stupid. So, and if Ballon d'Or do it, I will call you out, and I will drop many vids insulting the whole thing. Another super chat here from JJ Samuel. And Messi versus Maradona 1v1, please. Yes, that football battle shall be coming. So, of course, Eto Drogba is going to be dropping this coming Wednesday. Then the next following Wednesday is going to be another football battle. Then after that football battle, I will drop the Messi Maradona. So trust me, I mean, what's going to happen right now is every Wednesday we're doing these football battles. I know Messi v Maradona. I want to do Figo versus Giggs. I want to do Ashley Cole Zanetti. I also want to do Bart Simpson, Lamb, and Cafu. And maybe Bart Simpson and what's his face, and Danny Alves. So remember, this would be peak Danny Alves and peak Bart Simpson. And I've got Van Dijk, Sergio Ramos coming in the pipeline as well. So there are other football battles coming soon, and hopefully, just as long as I just get everything put together, they will be coming in every Wednesday, coming through every Wednesday. Those things will be coming through, man. But yeah, man, look, man, it's been Lampard, Gerrard as well, yeah, for sure. That's definitely going to be happening. No problem. So, what's happening with Delete and Juventus? Is that happening or is that not happening? I mean, what's the dealio there? Again, because I was told that this dude was supposed to be riding through on Monday. That's what I got told. And it's actually the football battles are tricky, man. Because the things about the football battles is that, what I always want to try and do, and maybe this is what I will do, maybe on the Hangouts or in video form, is that when I do the football battle, I want to now have a debate on it. Because when I choose the criteria is based on the position that people are playing. So I always try and do the football battle where people who play the exact same role. So I'm not going to do a football battle between Modric and David Silva. That would make no sense. I want to do a football battle between Totti and Zidane. Different roles. So it's got to be a number 10 and a number 10. A DM and a DM. A right back and a right back. Left back and a left back. Lone striker and lone striker. So that is the way that I like to do it. And the criteria is based upon the role that they play. So if I'm doing two number 10s, I have to have the creativity. I've got to have the playmaking. I've got to have the passing. And maybe the shooting as well. If I'm doing the DM thing, I'm not going to have a shooting category in there because it's pointless. But I'm going to have reading of the game, tackling, so and so forth in there. And again, it's like, this is just based on my views, and then I will then get it to the people to then say, what's up, what's happening, and how do you react towards it, man. So, but yeah, man, look, man. I think that I'll say it again. Van Dijk, congratulations, Virgil van Dijk, the 2019 Ballon d'Or winner. Like, who else can win? Like, there is no other arguments for anyone else. And I think if it goes to anyone other than Van Dijk, very, very good. I'll trust, guys, don't worry, trust me. I will get to the super chats, don't worry. Allison. Let me talk about Allison, and then I will get to your super chat. I've heard a lot of talk about Allison. Why can't it be the Ballon d'Or on the Ballon d'Or podium? And people have said, look at his record. His clean sheets. This is why there's a difference between stats and there's a difference between the eye test. The stats will tell you that, of course, Alisson should be in the Ballon d'Or thing. Have you seen his clean sheets? Of course, he should be in there. That's what stats will tell you. The eye test will tell you that Alisson benefits from a great defense. How many key saves has Alisson made? How many match-winning saves has Alisson made? Because for Liverpool, you had Van Dijk, an amazing defender. A full amazing defender. You had flipping Van Dijk. And in Brazil have dominated most of the games. So Alisson has hardly had any shots to even save. So you simply, the only way a keeper can be put on the Ballon d'Or list is you've had to be so exceptional making saves. Put it this way: if De Gea played for a better team that maybe won something and he was making the saves that he was making, De Gea would definitely be on the Ballon d'Or list because De Gea is making incredible saves. So for a goalkeeper, having clean sheets is simply not enough. You have to be making amazing saves. You have to be making truly amazing saves. And you've just not made enough key saves for you to even be considered on the Ballon d'Or list. And the clean sheets stat is something that should be used by the eye test because the clean sheet stats, the clean sheet stats is based on the defense. That clean sheet stats for him for Liverpool is down to Van Dijk. It's down to Van Dijk and Klopp and Klopp's amazing system. Klopp's system makes it extremely difficult for teams to break Liverpool down. And even when they break them down, it's very difficult for opposing teams to have a nice, good shot to Alisson based on the kind of pressure that they're under for the system that Klopp has created. So simple as that. So let me get to these super chats that we have here. So let me see here. Nassim Foran with the 499 super chat. Thank you very much, Nassim Foran. So Nassim Foran says, the disrespect to the best player of all time is sickening. Respect Messi, please. Nassim, I do respect Messi. Nassim, let me repeat myself again. Messi is the greatest club football player of all time. What Messi has done club-wise will never ever be equaled. The things he has done and achieved on a football pitch for Barcelona have been incredible, and they will never see a greater club player of all time. But Nassim, I've got to be fair here. As much as I praise him as a god of club football, internationally he's not been great. He's only shown up in World Cup group games. He's not really shown up in the biggest games internationally for Argentina. So when all is said and done, an absolute legend club-wise, but an international flop. And that is the fairest way that I can critique him. And that's just me being fully objective. JJ Samuel with a 6.99 super chat. JJ Samuel, what up, bro? Thank you, bro. Thank you for your 6.99 super chat. He says, how much will Okocha, Kanu, and Finidi be worth in today's market? Woo! In today's market, Finidi George would be worth at least 90 mil. A winger, classic winger, who can cross, who is direct, 90 mil. Kanu Wankwo, in today's market, I'm saying 110. 110, 115. For a guy with his height, his control, his dribbling, his intelligence, his footballing brain, that combination of height, footballing brain, amazing footwork, an extremely unique mix that has never really been seen before, 110. JJ in today's market. In today's market. JJ Okocha in today's market. How much did Neymar go for? How much did Neymar go for? I want say it in the comments. How much cash did Neymar go for? How much did Neymar go for? Just want to know. Please, someone tell me in the chat. I just need to know so I can give you a numero. How much did Neymar go for? How much did PSG sign Neymar for? I don't want to know. Please, someone tell me in the chat. Thank you. 222. Okocha in today's market would go for 450. In today's market, Okocha goes for 450. And that's just me being extremely real. From Stirky, 199 super chats. Thank you very much, Stirky. Thank you very much, Oblige. Thank you for supporting the football hot. Thank you, bro. How underrated is Genie and how underrated is Genie and Brewster going to be big? Yeah, I've heard a lot about this Ryan Brewster, and I think seen a little bit of him, not seen a lot about him, but I think, look, man, you're looking at what Gomez is, Brewster. I think if you say he's going to be big, let's see. I've not seen enough of him for me to now sort of be excited. But those that have seen him, and from what I've said online, people have said, no, this guy is something. This guy is something. So I want to see him play more games next season on the club. And look, put him in the deep end. If he's that good, put him in the flipping deep end. Let's see how well he can play. Gini Wijnaldum is underrated. He's not the most underrated player there is. I don't know who that is, but because I think Wijnaldum is underrated in the sense of what he does in that midfield is very key, and he's very consistent, Because before I was like, Wijnaldum, what's this whole thing? Okay, so Wijnaldum, he's not a flashy player. He's not a Zidane, he's not like an Iniesta, he's not this kind of flair player, but what he does is very important, because I've played central midfield before, and it is very important if you have like a midfield three. It's very important as one of those midfielders keeps the ball, protects the ball, and always makes the right footballing decisions. That is very important. I think in Gini Wijnaldum, you have a guy that always makes the right pass, that protects the ball very well, and is a solid glue, because you may have your attacking midfield, your DM. You need somebody with some maturity and some calmness in that midfield, and I think that is what your boy Wijnaldum brings, which is very, very important, because in a midfield, if I have a midfield three, I want my attack-minded midfielder who gets me goals. I want my DM who protects my defense, but then also want my midfielder who is a classic midfielder who can pass the ball well, makes the right passing decisions, can hustle tackle as well, but also protects the ball, especially when we're under pressure. I need a midfielder who knows how to protect the ball. So yeah. So one super chat here from Young One. $5 super chat from Young One. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chats, Mr. Young One. Who says Juve should just pay the extra 10 to 20 mil before Man United snatch him up. Then he'll be learning from Phil Jones and Smalling. So Young One, are you referring to Pogba? Juve? Delete. Sorry. Delete isn't going to Man United. Young One. It's between Barca and Juve. If Juve botch this Delete deal by delaying and not paying the money, they will regret it. Juve need, because the thing about Delete is this. As I said in my yesterday's thing, let's not overrate him. Okay, let's not overrate him. He's not the next big great thing. But let's just look at the optics. He is 19. So if you're buying a 19-year-old defender who is this good, that means you have the potential of having a top tier 2, tier 1 defender for about a decade. And that in itself is huge. To have that for at least a decade, that in itself is flipping huge. So yeah, Juve, bro, pay that extra 10 to 20 mil, bro. I mean, why? Come on, bro. Super chat free here from Harry Truman, who says, is Neymar's greatest achievements the... Okay, look. Let's not be hashy. Neymar's greatest achievement is the treble. Let's be fair. His greatest achievement is the treble. But his greatest achievement for Brazil is the Confederations Cup. Well, I would argue it's the Olympics, because that was in Brazil. That means more. Brazil had never won the Olympics. I think his greatest achievement was the Olympics, and you can see how it's meant to him. But let me reiterate this to you, Harry. If Brazil win on Sunday, Neymar is done internationally. I think he's done. I think that will tarnish his legacy 100%. If Brazil win on Sunday, it will tarnish his legacy 100%. From Josh Bond, another super chat from Josh Bond, who says, "Told you Egypt will choke." Bro, shocked. Josh, I am shocked. I did not believe that Egypt will not be able to beat South Africa at home. To not beat South Africa at home, I think, shocking. Absolutely shocking. So yeah, guys, look, man, before we round off, last 9 or so minutes here, I am coming, as I said my thing, I am rolling through the Death Note series. It's getting bloody interesting. So I should finish Death Note, that flipping anime, hopefully by Monday, and I will put a review up on my other channel. Remember, click the link below and subscribe to Have Hope Sorts. Click in the link below. I'm trying to aim to get to 1,000 subs on Have Hope Sorts, so I will do my review of Death Note fully on my other YouTube channel, which is Have Hope Sorts, as well as other movie reviews as well. And something interesting is coming. I did a little special on Halo, one of my favorite games of all time. Me and my amigo, we did like a retrospective of Halo, and we sort of discussed what went wrong with Halo, because Halo is now a brick. Halo was a Chief Oga game. I don't care about you Modern Warfare merchants. I don't give a damn about you COD, Call of Duty merchants. The best FPS of all time is Halo. That goes without saying. I'm sorry, it is what it is. So yes, remember, guys, link below. Subscribe to the Have Hopes Hot. The link is below to the YouTube channel. Subscribe, watch the vids. All of my entertainment stuff will be put on there. Superhero battles. And yeah, if you do not know, the latest superhero battle is on there, which is Goku versus Thor. So Goku versus Thor is on there, and the next superhero battle that will be happening next Saturday is Thanos against Odin, which was a tough one. Thanos versus Odin was a flipping tough one. When we discuss our Halo thing, you will see, because guys, Halo really brought back great memories, man. It brought back so many great memories. So Vincent Verke says, anime suggestion, Rainbow Nisha. Yo, Vincent, look, man, I've had many. Basically, people have said One Punch Man. People have said, I still need to watch Ninja Scroll. I haven't seen Ninja Scroll. I've heard a lot about it. I've still not watched Ninja Scroll. So I've had One Punch Man. I've had Berserk. I think I even have it here. People have given me things, because I need another one after this, because this Death Note is, bro. Light Yagami is a psycho, guys. That dude is a psycho. So I've had Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, Berserk. So those are the three. I'm liking the look of One Punch Man. Oops, I'm liking the look of One Punch Man. So that might be my next one. So and also, yeah, people have also talked about it now Naruto as well. So, but yeah, it's crazy, and I haven't watched Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll. But see, the funny thing about this is that it's very interesting seeing how different the storytelling is compared to Western like cinema and stuff, Like, and this is something I'll probably get more to when I actually finish Death Note. There's a lot more exposition, and it's like, I think in Western cartoons and stuff is very different. And one thing that is key, and this is something, because how many of you guys have been to Japan? Because I've been to Japan. I went to Japan like ages ago in 2006. And you see, the way that they view cartoons and animation is very different from Western audiences. Do you know what my biggest beef is? In the West, in the Western world, cartoons are seen to be only for kids. That's why we get all this Pixar crap, where every single cartoon is same. Oh, what's this happening here? Like, all the same jokes and stuff are just all being said all the time, But in Japan and in the East, you are actually looking more so like for Japan, they animate it, they take it very seriously. So a lot of their serious films are actually done in anime and in cartoon form. So, and that is what I like, because for me, like, like for me, I always like to sketch. Like I actually do like sketching myself. So I just like visuals. And whenever I buy a comic book, I look at the visuals first, then the story, because I'm much more of a visual person. So if I'm in a comic book store, the first thing I look at is the artwork good. That's why, and I'll probably do this in my graphic novel, Watchmen isn't the best graphic novel of all time. That's a lie. I know we're going a bit off kilter. I don't give a damn. Watchmen isn't the best graphic novel of all time. I'm going to be doing this very soon on my other channel. 300 is the best graphic novel of all time. Do you know why? The perfect marriage of amazing artwork, amazing storytelling. Watchmen is an amazing story. The art is I. The art is I. The art in Watchmen isn't that great. The art in 300 is outstanding. And this was done, that shows you Frank Miller is a psychopath. Frank Miller did the flipping artwork and the story as well. Yeah, man. But guys, look, man. As I said again, I don't care what anyone says. Halo has always been better than Modern Warfare because Halo is a unique FPS. Okay, as a first-person shooter, I'm sorry, I'm taking Halo all day, every day. 343 are a bunch of losers. They're a bunch of losers because those guys, you screwed up an amazing product. And the thing about it is that Destiny is a crap game. Essentially, it's essentially a crap game, but the gameplay is flipping amazing. But because the gameplay is similar to the gameplay of Halo, because all the best guys from Bungie went and worked on Destiny. So Destiny plays like Halo 1, Halo 2, and so forth, man. So, sorry, let me see what the super chats you guys are saying. Vincent's very here. Yo, again. How about an anime movie live reaction channel? Yo, Vincent, subscribe to my channel, Half Hope's Hot. Half Hope's Hot is gonna be a place where I'm gonna be doing movie reviews, TV reviews, anime reviews, manga reviews, comic book reviews, and everything. So everything is gonna be on there right now. So and join my Twitter also. You know what I'll probably be doing? I'll probably try and be doing like a live reactions, maybe a few episodes of because guys, I'll tell you, Light Yagami, this guy's bloody weird. Like this guy is a flipping weirdo. Like I said, this guy he's so odd. The guy, as I say, bro, like first of all, he's so odd and he's like a genius. But the beauty about this is that I'll talk about him more. Him and L, man. I'm like, it's like Einstein and like Plato going at it, man. So Young One says, are you looking forward to the new Halo next year? No. Young One, let me tell you this right now. I'll post the video, but this is why I'm not looking forward to the new Halo right now. 343 are crap. Halo 5 was a pile of garbage. I played Halo 5 for about 3 minutes and I threw it in the bin. That Halo thing is trying to suck up to the fans because you screwed up in Halo 5. You're now trying to win back all the Halo 1 guys. Do you know, guys, I still to this day, Halo Reach came out in 2012. I still play Halo Reach online now. And that game came out like 5-6 years ago. I still play Halo Reach now. So that Halo thing out there is you're just trying to suck up to the old fans. That's all you're trying to do. You're just trying to suck up to the old fans right now. And I'm like, I'm not buying it. So they're trying to buy into everything and everything. But no. Like that's not Halo, man. It's not Halo. Like Halo, the last great Halo game was Halo Reach. After Halo Reach, once they gave it to 343, and you know what's crazy? I flipping queued up for the midnight release of Halo Reach, man. I really queued up. Guys, let me tell you about Fortnite. Fortnite is a fad, guys. Okay, Fortnite it's a fad. Like, oh, so Fortnite is a fad. Halo will always be better. I'm sorry, Halo will always be better than Fortnite, and even Modern Warfare will be better. But you know what was? See, that's why you're not getting me in my rants mode. You're not getting me rants. But do you know what was so annoying? You know the worst thing that 343 did? You bring out Halo 4, and you copy Modern Warfare. Do you know how sick that is? The beauty of Halo was have a choice. There were Halo guys, there were Modern Warfare guys. Because Halo was completely different from Modern Warfare. I just didn't like Modern Warfare. Halo was always my game. So I said, you know what? I'm a Halo guy because the way that Halo plays, I prefer it. But 343 now took the Halo name and made it a Modern Warfare clone. So I was like, what the hell? That's just stupid, man. So no. You know what? No, this was an entertaining talk, man. No, we have to do this more, man. Yeah, we have to do this more, man, because I have a lot of beef to be said. But guys, it's been swell. Nigeria victorious. Messi red card. Ballon scores the G. Salah has been taken out. Remember, subscribe to the channel. Like the vid, guys. Please like the vid. If you enjoy this, like the vid. It helps with the algorithm for anything. So like the vid. And remember, in the description box below, subscribe to Half Hope Sort. That is my anime review channel, my manga review channel, and my movie TV review channel. Subscribe to it in the description box below. And guys, I will see you Sunday for the hangouts. Peace out, stay true, stay loved, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.